Hello campers and welcome back to Camp Indiana 2021. We are still talking about Hoosier Hollywood Squares, famous Hoosiers from Indiana. And today we're not talking about a native Hoosier, but we are talking about someone who spent a lot of her time in the Hoosier state, and that is Amelia Earhart. Now, it's hard to be the first person to do anything, but Amelia Earhart achieved many firsts in her career. She was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic. She was the first woman to make a solo transatlantic flight, the first person to fly from Hawaii to the American mainland, and many, many more. She is not a native Hoosier, though. She grew up in Kansas. She began aviation as a hobby and purchased her first plane in 1922. She was hired by Purdue University in 1935. By this time, she had already made a name for herself as a world-class flyer. She was hired by Purdue as a counselor on careers for women. She helped women in their academic careers as well as their future careers, and she was paid $2,000 to spend 2 weeks on campus per semester to give lectures, classes, and conferences. That seems like a pretty good deal for me. She also advised the university on different courses and programs, eventually becoming a major consultant for Purdue's work in aeronautical engineering. When Earhart made the decision to try and fly around the world, Purdue was right there by her side. The Purdue Research Foundation supplied the money for the trip through private donations, and she used the money that was donated to her to purchase the plane to make the trip. Unfortunately, Earhart would not return from her trip. On July 2nd, 1937, communication was lost with the plane that she was flying, and she was not heard from again. However, today, if you go visit Purdue, it is home to the largest collection of Earhart memorabilia in the world, which is super cool. Amelia Earhart was always the first woman to do everything, a major person in women's history and history in general. So, we're talking about Amelia Earhart, we've got to talk about planes. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of a plane, but I know the ins and outs of a piece of paper, and I can make a paper airplane. So I know there are tons and tons of ways to make a paper airplane. I'm going to just make the simple one. You know, you fold it in half hot dog style. You got your nose of the plane. This is what I always felt like was the best way to make it a paper airplane. However, I'm sure that there will be some arguments in the comments. What's your favorite way to make a paper airplane? I'm probably going to screw this up. I haven't done this in a while. Oh yeah, I am going to screw it up. Here. It goes like this. You know, never get to a point in your life where you can't remember how to make a paper airplane. Always have that knowledge back here. It's like riding a bike. Okay, this looks kind of like an airplane. I'm going to fold down the wings. All right, here's my paper airplane. If you check out our handouts on our website, I will provide you with some more tutorials on how to do a paper airplane. I'd love to see your paper airplane. So if you would like to make one, show me how it flies. Check us out on our social media. I'd love to see how it goes. And I want to thank you guys for joining us here today to talk about Amelia Earhart, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.